What's up, guys? Coming here today with a full set of NBA and MLB action here on Sunday, April 19th. I'll give you my favorite picks on the side and over-under on each game. We're going to break down every NBA game and a big chunk of the MLB slate. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock. So as a thank you to me, take that 10th of a second and slam that like button. It really helps get these videos promoted out there on YouTube. It's a big part of keeping me motivated to grind out these videos every single solitary day. Also take a second and check below, see if you are subscribed to the channel. Being subscribed will keep you from missing out on these videos that I'm posting every single day. It's absolutely free. It also helps us on our road to 100,000 subscribers. We can see that around 44% of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel, so let's see if we can improve that number a little bit. And if you have any friends, colleagues, acquaintances, anyone you know that might be interested in sports betting or just in sports in general, let them know about this channel. Maybe we can help them out a little bit along the way as well. Also, get down there in the comments, ask me anything you want to across the whole sporting landscape, and I'll give you an answer if I possibly can. If I don't have the answer, I can reach out to the premium handicappers over there at stumpthespread.com and see what they have to say. Also, down there in the comments, well, right there at the top comment below the video is the pinned comment. That's where you'll find my favorite picks from every single video. You'll also find a link over to stumpthespread.com so you can check out all their free picks, you can check out all their premium picks, and you can get on that free email newsletter. That is a fantastic resource. Definitely don't miss out on that. Also, in that pinned comment, you'll find my massive lock of the day and my dog of the day. In terms of a recap for what went down on Saturday, guys, it has been brutal. No doubt about it. We were on the Timberwolves plus 6.5. They got off to a great start there against the Denver Nuggets. Completely blew it down the stretch, eventually losing by 11. Very, very annoying stuff there. We were on the Atlanta Hawks plus 5.5. Just overall, not a very good game from them. They end up losing that one by 11. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has a very forgettable day. The bench comes up very small. They shoot 38% from three, which isn't terrible, but they struggle from the free throw line. They get out rebounded by the Knicks, and the Knicks shoot around 50% from long range. That is going to be tough to overcome for literally anyone. James Harden, for once, did not struggle in the playoffs. He ended up having a pretty decent day, so that player prop didn't lose. We still have Luke Kennard under 5.5 assists live there. We'll see if that one can come through. We break down the Raptors there as our first game of the day. Quickly ended up not playing in that one, which wasn't necessarily the end of the world for us, but Toronto just, they shot the ball extremely well, but so did Cleveland, and it did not go their way at all, although it ended up being, not that much of a blowout. We're still live on the Rockets there on the money line. The unfortunate news of KD sitting out does not really worry us all that much. I still think the Rockets are in pretty good shape in that game. They're currently down by 3 about halfway through the first quarter. So we'll see how that one pans out. But obviously, a very, very bad day. We're going to look to get back on the horse here on Sunday. We've got 4 nice NBA playoff games. We've got a big chunk of that MLB slate to cover as well. So let's go ahead. Let's not dilly-dally. Let's get after it, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Get over there to stumpthespread.com. Check out all the great stuff over there. And let's dive in our first NBA playoff game of the day. We're looking at the Philadelphia 76ers heading to Boston to take on the Celtics. The 76ers got some pretty terrible news right about the beginning of the play-in tournament, technically for them, not the playoffs, when Joel Embiid went down with appendicitis. We don't really have a clear picture of when he could potentially be back from that. Seems like it takes at least 18 to 21 days for there to be any chance, so it's pretty likely that he's going to be out here for the first round, which makes things awfully, awfully tough on the 76ers, but in the play-in game, they looked really good. They beat the Orlando Magic 109-97 behind a big game there from Maxey, who has struggled since coming back from injury, but he looked good. Edgecombe looked good. I was not very impressed with what I saw from Paul George. 1 of 6 from 3, 6 of 16 from the field. I feel like he hijacked the offense a few times, and it was not a net positive. Andre Drummond played some great minutes off the bench. I think he deserves a lot more time there, at center. I mean, he played 31 minutes. Bona only played 16, and I think that's a mix we could, see continuing. But they are going up against a pretty tough opponent here that could kind of dictate for them what they actually have to do. Their injury report is good. Nobody to worry about there on the injury report for the 76ers. We'll see when Embiid can come back, but obviously he's not coming back anytime soon. So we'll see what the 76ers can do here on the road, taking on the Boston Celtics. They finished the regular season 56-26 on the year. They weren't able to catch the Pistons there down the stretch for the top spot, but all the good news about Boston has really centered around them wildly overachieving based on, held up against the expectations that were given to them in the preseason. Definitely massive overachievement there. And then it was all about when is Jason Tatum, and is Jason Tatum going to come back, and what will happen when he does? Well, he did come back, and he has looked amazing, guys. It looks like Jason Tatum basically the same as what we saw last playoffs before he got hurt. He's looked really, really good. We're expecting big stuff from him. They're fully healthy coming into this game as well. They've got a solid bench. Shireman's been really good off the bench. Peyton Pritchard, maybe the best bench scorer out there. Definitely seems like somebody that should be in the mix. Vooch is back for this team. We'll see if that helps. Jordan Walsh coming off the bench to provide defense has been great. This team can go deep. They could withstand an injury. Obviously not one to Tatum or Brown necessarily, but they could withstand some injuries. They looked very, very good. The one spot they might be thin would be at center, and that's why it's very, very fortuitous for them that Embiid will not be playing, obviously not in this game, but probably not in this series at all. So looking at the numbers for this one, the Celtics are 12.5-point favorites. That's a pretty big number. We've got a total of 213.5 in this game. The 76ers are 24-17 against spread on the road, 21-22 the under on the road. Boston 23-18 against spread at home, 26-15 to the under at home. We've actually seen relatively high scoring games here on day one of the NBA playoffs, and here on day two, that's what we're talking about on the 19th. I think we're going to continue to see a vaguely similar trend. I will lean a bit towards over 213.5 in this game. I think we'll see plenty of offense out there. I think getting over this very small number with two teams that love to shoot the three is not going to be a huge problem. So definitely like the over in this spot. I also think it's worthwhile to consider backing the Boston Celtics at minus 12.5. I think game two would be the 76ers' main chance to get a win here in Boston. I don't like their odds of doing that necessarily, but I think here in game one, the Celtics are going to handle their business. I think they're going to get a comfortable blowout win and cover in front of the home court fans. In terms of a player prop for this game, I like Paul George under 5.5 rebounds at minus 125 in this game. He's been under this number in each of his last 5 games against Boston, a team where they rebound 1 through 5. That's going to be a problem for him, and he has not really impressed me. I don't think we're going to see a great Paul George game. I don't think we're going to see him be super assertive out there, so definitely taking his under on rebounds sounds great to me. Next on the docket, we've got the Phoenix Suns heading to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. The Suns, they managed to make their way through the play-in tournament. Despite losing their first game, they win their second game to get the 8th seed here with that 111-96 win there over the Warriors. They were allowed to play some pretty physical defense in that game. Steph had a bad shooting night. We liked the bounce back that we got from, not Jalen Green. He didn't need to bounce back. He played incredible in both games. Goodwin played well. Booker played okay. Still not really looking like the Booker that I would expect in the playoffs. A bad shooting night there from Dylan Brooks and very, very little production there coming off the bench for the Suns. So things will certainly have to change quite a bit for Phoenix if they want to even make this a close game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll see what they can do. They do have a couple pretty important injury concerns coming into this game. Mark Williams, dealing with a foot issue, is officially questionable to even play in this game. If he does not, that is a huge problem. Grayson Allen with his continued hamstring issue is also questionable for this one. If these two guys are injured, I think there's a good chance we see them not play until this series shifts back to Phoenix. So we'll see what happens with that, but I definitely think there's a good chance that both of these guys could end up missing out on this game, which obviously would hurt the Suns' chances considerably as they head to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder, the 1 seed out there in the West. Oklahoma City won 64 games in the regular season. They dealt with tons of injuries and stuff like that throughout the year, so even more impressive they were able to be that good with so many injuries. They finished the regular season on a couple losses, but they were not playing anybody. They even lost to the Suns there in their last regular season game, but we saw basically no one playing in that game really for either side. I mean, I guess Dort and McCain played. Those are guys I expect to see get minutes here in the in the playoffs, but other than that, not a lot of starters out there for the Oklahoma City Thunder. SGA's had an amazing year. He can end up being MVP. That's all very, very good news. They do come into this game fully healthy. J-Dub obviously has missed a huge chunk of this season. We'll see if that comes back to bite them, if they need those big buckets from him down the stretch. Will they actually leave him in there in crunch time, or will they resort to somebody like AJ Mitchell or Kason Wallace, guys that they have seen out there on the floor an awful lot more this season? Look at the numbers for this game. The Thunder are 14.5-point favorites. We've got a total of 215.5 in this game. The Suns are 24-17 against spread on the road, 22-19 to the over on the road. The Thunder are 19-22 against spread at home, 21-20 the under at home. In terms of the total in this game, I don't really have a great lean. I'll be honest. It's kind of a wonky number if you ask me. It would have to be a very low scoring game to get under that number, so maybe a tiny lean towards over. In terms of the side though, I do think we can back the Phoenix Suns getting 14.5 points. I am very worried about the injury situation for the Suns. They do have some guys that can come off the bench and have some, semblance of experience in Haywood Highsmith, maybe Ryan Dunn. Malyach could get some minutes in this one. We'll see. I don't think they can win this game, but I don't think the Thunder are looking at this as, a must-win, super important game. I think they're looking at it as we have to win. Doesn't matter how much we win by. We just got to figure out a way to win and then get ready to move on. They're looking at a championship. The Suns would be thrilled, I'm sure, to steal one game in this entire series. In terms of a player prop I like for this game, definitely like J-Dub here under 22.5 points plus assists. I don't think they're going to be pushing him out there to play a lot of minutes. I don't think he's going to be playing his best and could be a little bit rusty out there. The Suns, for all their faults, do play excellent high pressure, high effort defense, and I don't think that's going to result in J-Dub, a guy that's going to be a little bit rusty, trying to get back to full speed here in the playoffs, having a very good night. Hey guys, before we jump in and break down the other two NBA playoff games here for Sunday and a big chunk of the MLB slate, we got to shout out the sponsor today in every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Make sure you're clicking the link in the description or in the pinned comment to get over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, guys, our premium members are getting daily MLB, NBA, NHL, and UFC picks. We've had a big UFC card here the last, I guess on Saturday, technically. I'm not a big UFC guy, so I don't follow that super closely, but I know we've already cashed some premium UFC plays over there. There have been some ups and downs in the early goings in the MLB season for premium picks, but guys, it's the early portion of the season. There's still some unknowns out there. The amount of data points that are being collected and taken into consideration on all these games moving forward is absolutely crazy, and keep in mind, those premium picks are often not going to match what you see from me here in the videos, as I am not the premium MLB, NHL, UFC, anything like that handicapper over there at StumpTheSpread.com. There's a team of experts breaking down every single one of these games. You definitely got to get over there and get on the premium picks. It's a great time to be in the mix with so many sports, especially MLB, going on. Also, over at StumpTheSpread.com, you can check out the free picks under the free picks tab. You definitely want to be getting in on those. You get a big write-up with those free picks, and it's very similar to what you get, obviously, on a bigger scale. You get, a lot more picks if you're a premium member, but those free picks are a fantastic way to sample what it would be like to be a premium member. Also, over at StumpTheSpread.com, you can get on that free email newsletter, and it's really easy to sign up. You just set up a free account over there. They're going to ask you for your name and your email address. That's it. You get one email straight to your inbox every single solitary day, jam-packed with great sports betting information. The golf write-ups have been extremely valuable over the entire PGA season so far. Don't miss out on those. Those have been fantastic all year long. Definitely get on board, just if for nothing else, just for those golf write-ups. But there are also big write-ups on all the niche sports: golf, NASCAR, tennis, WNBA, UFC, you name it. It could be in those emails. There's also big discussions on betting strategy in general. Can really help you out if you're new, a novice, or an expert. So definitely get in on all the great stuff in those email newsletters. It's absolutely free. You just got to sign up once, and then you get them forever. Also, over at StumpTheSpread.com, you can pick up a Stump the Spread hoodie if you're interested in one of those. We're selling them right now for $39.99. That is at cost. We make nothing on those hoodies. We just want to make them available to anybody who wants them out there. That $39.99 includes free shipping. You could have it to your address in as little as 7 days, or even less, actually. That we've had less happen a few times. So pick up one of those if you're interested. Also, if you're a massive fan of what you're seeing from here every single solitary day, click that little join button right below the video to sign up for a YouTube channel membership. YouTube channel members get early access to all of our videos. They get their name up on screen in every single video, but maybe most importantly, they get access to our members-only giveaways. We give away a Stump the Spread hoodie here every single Monday and every single Thursday to one random YouTube channel member. We put the name of every YouTube channel member on a big wheel. We spin it live on the video. Whoever it lands on gets a Stump the Spread hoodie of their size mailed straight to their address of choice. We love doing those giveaways. The more members we get here on YouTube, the more giveaways we're going to do. I'd love to be doing a giveaway here every single day. That would be the absolute dream. So let's see if we can get some more YouTube channel members here in the mix. Big shout out to all the YouTube channel members. Huge shout out to everybody that watches these videos in general. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Definitely get over there to StumpTheSpread.com and check out all the great stuff they offer over there. And now let's go ahead and dive back in. Next up, guys, we are looking at the Orlando Magic going on the road to taking the #1 seed out there in the East, and that's the Detroit Pistons. The Magic lost their first play-in game. Really not a great look, but did bounce back by somehow crushing the Charlotte Hornets by 31 points to earn their way into the 8th seed there in the East. In that game, we saw the Magic shoot only 30% from three, but 50% from the field. They also shot 37 free throws and dominated the glass in that game. Paolo Banchero had a massive bounce back performance. Franz Wagner played well. Wendell Carter Jr. had an amazing game. Desmond Bane couldn't throw in the ocean. Jalen Suggs actually looked like a real basketball player once again, though, and they actually got some production off the bench. Not something you always see there from the Orlando Magic. It did help them an awful lot that the Hornets shot 34% from the field and 27% from long range. They just could not throw it in in the ocean in that game. So the Magic have to be pretty pumped with what they were able to get done in that one. Are they pumped about having to face the 1 seed in the East now? I mean, I would tend to kind of doubt it. That's probably, not your dream matchup. Although I'm sure with the guys they've got on the roster, this Orlando team feels like they've got a chance. They did go 2-2 in the season series there against the Pistons, so that probably gives them some level of confidence. We'll see what they can get done in this one, though. They're fully healthy and ready to get after it in this game. We'll see if guys like Suggs and Paolo Banchero, and obviously Bane is now in a bounce back shooting spot too. We'll see what they can do here against the Detroit Pistons. Now the Pistons, they dominated the East all season long. They would have put up, who knows, maybe 65 wins. It could have gotten something crazy if Cade wouldn't have gone down with that collapsed lung there late in the season. But the good news has been that Cade is back. He's played relatively well, albeit in pretty limited minutes since making his return. I mean, 26, 28, and 22 minutes as, tune-up minutes. Hasn't been taking a crazy amount of threes, but hasn't really needed to. And, he's looked good out there. That's a big, big step there from the Detroit Pistons. Other than him, they've had very little to worry about this year. Jenkins has been amazing off the bench. Kevin Huerter has been a fantastic addition. Duncan Robinson's hit a new level this season. Tobias Harris has been a solid veteran presence. And Jalen Duren has been absolutely positively insane this year. Insane. I mean, he's not in the mix for most improved player or anything like that, but he's in the mix to be a first-team All-NBA guy, or not first-team, make an All-NBA team. It's been very, very impressive. Loving what we're seeing from him. Loving what we're seeing from Cade. This is a deep, very, very talented team. They play extremely physical defense, some of the best defense in the NBA, and it's been amazing to see what this team has been able to do. So we'll see if they can make a dent here in the playoffs. They put themselves in great position by being the 1 seed. Let's see if they can take care of business in this one. They're 8.5-point favorites here at home. We've got a total of 219.5. Orlando's 18-22 against spread on the road, 21-19 to the under on the road. Detroit is 21-19 against spread at home, 21-19 to the under at home. With a total here of 219.5 and these two teams out there, I do actually think this might be a reasonable under spot. I don't think we're going to see a crazy amount of offense in this game. I don't think we see a wild amount of shot making from the Magic in this one. We'll see, but that's not really the forte of this team. The Pistons, on the other hand, could maybe run them out of the gym, and that's why I do like Detroit here at -5.5. I think they're by far the better team. There's really no question about that to me, and I think they are going to crush the Orlando Magic, who, I mean, this team, the coach is basically already pre-fired. Like, a lot of things have headed in the wrong direction for the Orlando Magic this season. I think big changes are coming for them in the offseason. I don't think that's going to help them here in the present. In terms of a player prop that I like for this game, give me Jalen Duren over 2.5 assists here at +122. He's been over this number in 10 straight games. Even with Cade back, I think he's going to find plenty of assists in this one. I don't think that's going to be a problem for him. He's you can run the offense through and around him. He's going to get plenty of points too, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think this assist number is a very, very good value at plus money. In our last NBA game, before we hop over and cover a good chunk of that MLB slate, we got to look at the Portland Trail Blazers heading to San Antonio to take on the Spurs, and that's the 2 versus 7 matchup out there in the West. Now, Portland, they finished the regular season 42-40 on the year, had to go into the play-in tournament, but they took care of business in their first game to earn the right to play the Spurs in the first round, which I would probably rather play the Spurs than the Thunder, although I do believe that's fairly close. The Blazers got the 114-110 win there over the Phoenix Suns, and that was mostly thanks, Drew Holiday and Jeremy Grant had some big plays in that game, especially early on, but down the stretch, it was Denny Adjiva. He played amazing. 15 of 22 from the field, 8 of 13 from the free throw line, so not a great free throw shooting night. Had 12 assists in the game as well. He was a +13, led the team in plus-minus, except for Shadion Sharp, who was actually a +19, but he had an amazing game. He's had an amazing season when he's been able to keep that back healthy, which by all reports, it is relatively good to go. He's been fantastic. They've got obviously the veteran presence there of Drew Holiday. That definitely helps. Jeremy Grant's been around the block. He's seen a thing or two. We'll see what this team can put together here down the stretch, but I've been impressed with what the Portland Trail Blazers have been able to do this year. And let's keep in mind they're adding Dame to the mix. Hopefully a healthy and ready to go Dame to the mix next season. Portland comes into this game fully healthy and ready to go. The maybe not so great news for them is they have to take on the San Antonio Spurs, who have been one of the scariest teams in the NBA all season long. In the season series, San Antonio won 2 out of 3. We did see them win 112-101. The last time these two teams played, that was back on the 8th, so only like 11 days ago. The Spurs, obviously, you can't say enough good stuff about this team. They have been absolutely incredible. They played really, really well down the stretch this year, even putting some pressure there on the Thunder. Wemby did a great job generally staying healthy this year. That's a big step in the right direction. He did play some semi-limited minutes, but I think that's just smart. The dude is an alien. We've never seen anybody with a body like his and that's able to move like him on the basketball court at an NBA level be able to stay as healthy as he has. Let's not mess with that. This Spurs lineup has been incredible. The amount of defense they're able to play on the perimeter and with Wemby on the interior is off the charts. I mean, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Champagnie, and Wembanyama, like that is a terrifying defensive lineup. They've got a good bench too. Dylan Harper, Keldon Johnson coming off the bench. Very, very good options. Luke Cornett coming off the bench as well. A great interior presence. Like this team is absolutely positively loaded. I'm expecting big stuff from them this year, and they can also, feel very good about their chances if it comes down to a series between them and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, the Spurs, they're 10.5-point favorites in this game. We've got a total of 221.5. Portland is 20-22 against spread on the road, 24-18 to the under on the road. The Spurs are 22-17-1 against spread at home, 22-18 to the under at home. Maybe in this matchup you could talk me into under 221.5, but it feels a little bit sketchy to me. I'm not too interested in the total in this game. I am very interested, though, in the San Antonio Spurs at minus 10.5 or on the money line or any way you want to dress that one up. I think the San Antonio Spurs are going to win this game and take care of business very, very decisively. In terms of a player prop I like for this game, I like Dylan Harper here over 8.5 points. He's been over this number 10 straight games since we're projecting a blowout in this game. I think he gets plenty of minutes and plenty of scoring opportunities, and I think he's going to definitely make the most of them. Now, guys, for all you MLB aficionados, I saw you down there in the comments, and I know that I didn't do any MLB there on Saturday, so I'm bringing you a chunk of the MLB slate here on Sunday. Even though we got a bunch of NBA playoff stuff going on, we still got MLB regular season. I'm not going to forget about you. First up, we're looking at the Detroit Tigers heading to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Now, the Tigers, they did win Game 2 of this series 4-1 there in Fenway. That makes them 1-1 in this series. They played really great before that. They won 6 in a row heading into Fenway. Well, now we'll see what they can do here in Game 3. I mean, they're 11-10 on the year. They have had to overcome a slow start. They'll give the ball to Framber Valdez in this game. He's 1-1, a 3.75 ERA, coming off a fantastic start, albeit against the Royals, not exactly the toughest hitting opponent, but 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run allowed, and a 2-1 win is very, very good work. He's dominated the Royals, Cardinals, and Padres this year and struggled a lot there in Minnesota. So we'll see what he can do here pitching on the road against the Red Sox. The bullpen situation this year for the Tigers has been fine. A 3.25 bullpen ERA is nothing to hang your head about. They're 18th in the majors in runs scored, 21st in slugging percentage, 13th in batting average. They've scored 4-0-10, 2-2, and 8 over their last few games. So I haven't been in love with what I've seen from the Tigers offensively. Now, the Red Sox, they come into this game 8-12 on the season, still trying to overcome a bit of a slow start themselves. They will hand the ball in this one to Garrett Crochet, who's 2-2 on the year, a 7.58 ERA because he got obliterated there by the Twins. He's had 4 starts this year. 2 of them have been bad. 2 of them have been good. This is not what Boston was hoping they were signing up for with the Garrett Crochet experience. I mean, 1 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 11 runs, 10 of which were earned and gave up 2 home runs there against the Twins. Any 13-6 losses last time out. He's in a bounce back spot. We'll see if he can bounce back. The Red Sox bullpen's been good this year. No major issues there, but also not, in the dominant category. Offensively, they're 21st in runs scored, 25th in slugging percentage, 16th in batting average. Nobody's off to an incredibly good start. So major, major problems here recently for the Red Sox. The Tigers are plus 120 in this game. The Red Sox are minus 135. We have a total of 7. Detroit is 3-9 on the road, 7-5 to the under on the road. Boston's 4-4 at home, 6-2 to the under at home. With these two guys on the mound, you could take under 7 in this game, and just under the impression that offense is going to be at a premium. You could also just take no run first inning if you think that Crochet is really going to have a nice bounce back. I'm not in love with a whole lot from this game, if I'm being honest. I would maybe even lean just slightly towards the Tigers at plus 120 because I've disliked what I've seen from Crochet so much in general this season. But with him being such a wild card in this game, I might just stay away in general and maybe give me a little look at the Tigers. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Kansas City Royals heading to New York to take on the Yankees. The Royals are floundering. They are 7-14 on the year. They've lost the first 2 games of the series. They're coming off a 13-4 loss in Game 2. It's not going great, guys. It is not going great. They're going to hand the ball in this game to Cole Rangans. He is 0-3 on the year, a 3.78 ERA. His last amount, 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs allowed against the Tigers, and a 2-1 loss. Sorry for that, he got obliterated in the first inning there by Cleveland, but generally speaking, I mean, I don't know. I guess he had 2 bad starts and 2 good starts this year, so we'll see which version of Rangans we get in this game. The bullpen for the Royals has been one of the worst in the major leagues overall. That's pretty bad freaking news, and the offense has been abysmal. They are second to last in the majors in runs scored. They're batting .218 as a team. That's 26th. It is just not working out. I mean, Carter Jensen's got 5 home runs. That's great. That's about the lone bright spot right now for the Royals. The way they're, well, I was going to say hitting the ball, but really the way they're not hitting the ball. The Yankees, they are 12-9 on the year. Not up to the fastest start ever, but that's kind of business as usual for the Yankees. They'll hand the ball in this game to Ryan Weathers, who's 0-2 on the year, a 4.29 ERA. His last start already got knocked around by the Angels. Start for that, he was good against the Athletics over 8 innings. Start for that, he struggled against the Marlins. We'll see. I mean, this dude is 26. He's kind of aging out of the range of where I'm like, oh, it's okay. He's young. He might have bad starts mixed in. Like, you need a little bit more consistency. So we'll see what he can do. The Yankees bullpen got off to a hot start, but has faded quite a bit lately, up to a 4.22 bullpen ERA. So that's obviously not great. The offense is coming off an 11-run game. That's obviously fantastic. They're 12th in the majors in runs scored. They're 27th in batting average. Also worth mentioning, Garrett Cole apparently needs several more rehab outings before we're going to see him anywhere near the majors. So, I mean, we'll see how that goes, obviously. But, the offense, they're hitting the ball pretty well. Coming off a great game, we'll see that can continue in this one. Looking at the numbers, guys, the Royals are plus 125. The Yankees are minus 145. We've got a total of 8 in this game. The Royals are 2-9 on the road, 8-3 to the under on the road. The Yankees are 7-5 at home, 6-5-1 to the over at home. I mean, I'm not going to be taking the Royals here anytime soon. Give me the Yankees at minus 145. I don't necessarily love Weathers on the mound, and Rangans has good outings in him. They can happen sometimes, so we'll see if he's able to do that here against the Yankees. But even in a letdown spot for their offense, I think they're going to get more hits and more runs taken, put on the board than we can ever trust the Royals to get. Next up, guys, we're looking at the San Francisco Giants heading to Washington to take on the Nationals. The Giants have won 3 in a row, including the first 2 games of this series. The last game, the Giants had to escape a pretty significant jam there in the 10th inning, but they do end up winning in 12, 7-6, so they'll take it. Game 1 was a blowout, so the Giants definitely happy with how things are going at the moment. They'll hand the ball to Robbie Ray, who's 2-2 on the year, a 2.42 ERA. His last start was in Cincinnati. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits and 2 earned runs. Both were solo home runs. In a game, the Giants would eventually lose 2-1, but he hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs in any start so far this year, so I think they can feel very confident putting him on the mound. Their bullpen has not been top tier so far this year, but it's definitely been above average, so I don't think they need to worry too much about that. Offensively, they've scored 7, 10, 3, 3, and 1 over their last few. The last couple games, they've been hitting the cover off the ball. They are 28th in the majors in runs scored, 9th in batting average, 27th in on-base percentage, so I think we're going to see some things head in the right direction here very soon, or just continue to head in the right direction for the Giants offense. Now, the Nationals, they're 9-12 on the season. Their offense has not been the problem. It's been their pitching. They're going to give the ball to Miles Michaelis in this game. He's 0-3 on the year, an 11.49 ERA. His last time out, it was not even a start. He went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits and 3 earned runs at Pittsburgh. Not a great look. He really hasn't had a good outing so far this season at all. So, yeah, he might be pitching for his job at this point. Now, the Nationals bullpen has also been atrocious. 5.81 bullpen ERA. They've given up over 100 hits this year. One of only 2 teams in the majors to have given up that many hits, from their bullpen. And the offense, well, it's been good, guys. They're 3rd in runs scored, 4th in batting average. CJ Abrams is killing it at the plate right now. They've scored 6, 5, 8, 0, and 4 over their last few games. So we'll see what they can put together in this one at the plate. But the Giants, they're minus 145 for a reason. The Nationals are plus 120. Total of 8.5 in this game. San Francisco is 6-5 on the road, 6-4-1 to the over on the road. Washington's 1-7 at home and 7-1 to the over at home. I think over 8.5 is a very reasonable lean in this game. I think we'll see plenty of offense, but I think almost all, if not actually all of that offense is going to come from the San Francisco Giants. Give me San Francisco here with Robbie Ray on the mound to get the win. I think they are by far the better team, and I think they're easily and comfortably going to show it in this game against a Nationals pitching staff that is just horrible. Next up, we got the Baltimore Orioles heading to Cleveland to take on the Guardians. The Orioles, they're 10-11 on the year. Through the first 3 games of this series, they went 1-2. They lost game 3, 4-2. Striking out 11 times there to Gavin Williams probably didn't feel great. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Trevor Rogers, who's 2-1 on the year, a 3.04 ERA. His last start, he actually didn't look so hot. 4 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 4 earned runs allowed there against the Diamondbacks. A relatively hard-hitting opponent, so we'll see if he's got to bounce back in him. His first 3 starts of the year were all excellent, so I'm expecting generally good stuff from Trevor Rogers. The bullpen here for Baltimore has been well above average. They have 8 saves, only given up 59 hits, and they are sporting a 3.48 bullpen ERA. No problems there. The problem recently has been their offense. They scored 2, 6, 2, 5, and 3 over their last few games. They're 17th in runs scored. They're 14th in batting average. They're 13th in on-base percentage. This team was supposed to kill it at the plate this year. It just hasn't happened. Gunnar Henderson has 7 home runs, but he's batting .213. I have some problems. Jeremiah Jackson has honestly looked like the best hitter on this team with 17 RBIs, 5 homers, and batting .302. So we'll see what they can get up to here at the plate against the Guardians, who are now 12-10 on the year. They'll hand the ball to Joey Cantillo. He's 1-0 this season, a 2.61 ERA. Coming off a decent start there against the Cardinals. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs allowed. He gave up a couple home runs in that game, which is a pretty big concern when you're about to face the Orioles. He has pitched well this year against the Royals, Cubs, and Mariners, but none of those teams have gotten off to a very good start at the plate. So we'll see what it looks like here against the Orioles, also a team that's not exactly killing it at the plate at the moment. The bullpen for Cleveland has taken a big step back this season. Apparently a 5.52 bullpen ERA over the course of the season is not great. The offense has been mediocre, kind of hovering around 20th or so in the majors in most categories. 19th in runs scored, 22nd in batting average. Steven Kwan right now leads the team, batting .241. That's not going to get the job done. Look at the numbers here. The Orioles are +100. The Guardians are -120. We've got a total of 7 in this one. Baltimore's 4-4 on the road, also 4-4 to the over-under on the road. Cleveland's 5-3 at home, 5-3 to the under at home. I'll lean towards Trevor Rogers and the Orioles in this one, especially at +100 here, despite the fact they're playing on the road. They're in a nice bounce-back spot. They're going to want to earn the split in this series, and I think they're going to get enough done here against Cantillo and the mediocre Cleveland bullpen to get them over the hump. Rounding into the home stretch here, guys, we're looking at the Milwaukee Brewers heading to Miami to take on the Marlins. The Brewers are 12-8 on the year. They've won their last 4 in a row, winning games 1 and 2 of this series down there in Miami, 5-2 and 7-5 respectively. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Jacob Misiorowski. He's 1-1 on the year, a 3.32 ERA for this 24-year-old. He's off to a pretty good start this year. I can't complain too much. He's, not he, but the Brewers' record with him on the mound is 2-2 this year. His last 2 outings were both losses for Milwaukee, but 5 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, and 10 strikeouts against Boston, and 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts against Toronto. Those are not bad starts. So we'll see what he can get done in this game. I'm expecting good stuff from him. The bullpen for Milwaukee has been, fairly playable this year, although they have had their ups and downs here recently. Still, a 4.00 ERA with 8 saves is not awful. The offense has figured itself out here recently, 5-7, 2-2 over their last few. So the last 2 games looked much better than before. Over the course of the year, they're 15th in batting average, but 9th in runs scored. So we'll see what they can do here down the stretch. Obviously, they have dealt with some injuries. They're taking on the Marlins in this one. Miami's 9-12 on the year. They've lost 4 in a row and 7 of their last 8. They're going to the ball to Yuri Perez in this game. He's 1-1, a 5.40 ERA. His last start was against the Braves. 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. Not ideal. He's given up 4, and 3 runs over his last 4 starts. Not all of those were earned runs, but he was on the mound when they happened, so I'm going to blame on him at least a little. The Marlins bullpen's been excellent this season, a 3.28 bullpen ERA, not a problem in my book. The offense, though, has disappeared a bit. 2-5-3, 5-10, 2, and 1 over their last few games. Otto Lopez is off to a good start, but they're 10th in runs scored, 11th in on-base percentage, and those numbers are headed down. Look at the numbers for this game. The Brewers are -120. The Marlins are +100. We've got a total of 8 in this game. Milwaukee is 5-3 on the road, 4-4 to the over-under on the road. Miami is 7-5 at home, 7-5 to the over at home. I actually think no run first inning is reasonable in this game. I don't think we're going to see a crazy amount of offense. Stower's getting his season debut there for the Marlins. Could maybe give him a little bit of a jolt. We'll see. In terms of a side, I'm going to lean towards Misiorowski and the Brewers in this spot. I think they're by far the better team. It does make me nervous that the Marlins are kind of due to break this slide, but I just can't back them right now, even with Yuri Perez on the mound. Last but not least, guys, we got the Cincinnati Reds heading to Minnesota to take on the Twins. The Reds are 13-8 on the season. They've won 4 out of their last 5 games. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Brady Singer, who's 1-1 on the year, a 5.60 ERA. His last start was definitely his best start of the year. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run allowed there, and it was on a solo home run in that 2-1 win over the Giants. The Reds are 3-1 in his 4 starts this season. He did get shredded there by the Marlins, but overall has thrown the ball to an acceptable-ish level this season. The Reds' bullpen has not been a problem at all. They've been the best bullpen in the majors this year, a 2.31 bullpen ERA, and 9 saves. I believe that's an MLB best in terms, or tied for MLB best in terms of saves. Now the Reds offense has been a whole nother scenario. They are last in the majors in run score. They are last in batting average, last in slugging percentage, second to last in on-base percentage. They are not hitting the ball well. Sal Stewart is, but other than that, this team is not putting up great offensive numbers. So we'll see what they can do against the Twins, who are 11-10 on the year. They've been kind of riding the roller coaster this season. They're going to hand the ball to Bailey Ober, who's 2-0 on the year, a 5.49 ERA. His last start was against the Red Sox, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs allowed. Not dominant stuff. He's given up 4, 2, 3, and 3 earned runs over the course of his 4 starts this year. But the Orioles, he did lose to the Orioles this year, but that's the only loss the Twins have taken with him on the mound this year. They won when he faced Tampa Bay, Detroit, and Boston. So we'll see what happens. Really hard to tell what you're going to get from him on a night-to-night basis. The Twins' bullpen has been mediocre. A 4.95 bullpen ERA is not great. The offense has struggled recently too. 4, 1, and 5 over their last 3 games, but over the course of the year, they're 7th in runs scored, 11th in slugging percentage, and 10th in on-base percentage. So looking at the numbers, I'm not shocked to see the Twins as favorites in this one. The Reds are plus 105. The Twins are minus 125. We have a total of 8 in this game. The Reds are 7-2 on the road, 4-4-1 to the over-under on the road. Minnesota is 7-5 at home, 6-5-1 to the over at home. No huge, lean on the over in this game for me, but I definitely will be leaning towards the Twins here at minus 125. I'm not in love with what we're seeing from Brady Singer. I feel like he's in a letdown spot. If anything, I think we'll see the Twins bounce back and get the win in this one and snap that little losing streak. Guys, that's all the games we have here for today on a very busy Sunday. Make sure you're hitting that like button for good luck on all of your bets and to help me get these videos promoted out there. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We're trying to make it to 100K. Let's make it happen. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate. I'm more than happy to get back to you, and that's, anything over the sports world, more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you for watching. Make sure you're clicking the link in the description and get over there to stumpthespread.com and check out all the great stuff over there. The free picks, the premium picks, definitely get on that free email newsletter. That's a great free resource. And guys, we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Same time, same place for more sports betting action.